CertPunch practice round for PMP certification exam prep course. 22 questions. Read the prompt, choose the best answer before the reveal, then listen for the exam logic behind it. Let's begin. Question 1 of 22. While working on a network upgrade project, a team member installed the network connection and is now configuring the router in order to work with the network connection. The network connection must be done before the router can be configured. This is an example of what kind of dependency? Option A, internal dependency. Option B, external dependency. Option C, discretionary dependency. Option D, mandatory dependency. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option D. Exam logic. Mandatory dependency requires a specific sequence, proven here by the router needing the network connection first. Distractors like internal miss the required nature of the sequence. Question 2 of 22. The project was executed about 3 weeks ago, and the project team seems to be having a lot of difficulties getting along with each other. They are always having conflicts about how to proceed on certain activities, and the project manager has to step in order to solve these conflicts. What process is the project manager performing? Option A, control resources. Option B, control scope. Option C, manage team. Option D, acquire team. Lock in your pick before the reveal. Trust the read. The answer is option C. Why it works. Manage team is the process for resolving team conflicts using interpersonal skills. Control resources and control scope are unrelated to team dynamics. Question 3 of 22. The project manager is currently working on a large building renovation project. The project team is almost done with planning when the project sponsor informs the project manager that due to new regulations, the project will need to be completed within 6 months. If not, they will not be able to open the building to the public. What best represents this? Option A, deliverables. Option B, work packages. Option C, constraints. Option D, assumptions. Decide on the strongest option before the reveal. Stay with your gut. The answer is option C. Key cue. A constraint is a limitation, such as the required project completion time. Deliverables and work packages are project outputs, not constraints. Question 4 of 22. The project manager and sponsor are consulting with banks and other lending institutions in order to obtain funds for the project. What process describes these actions? Option A, develop project charter. Option B, determine budget. Option C, determine project financing. Option D, plan cost management. Make the call before the reveal. Hold the line on it. The answer is option B. Behind the answer, determine budget uses financing to seek project funds. The charter authorizes the project, and cost management planning is separate. Question 5 of 22. While working with the system administrator, the project manager identifies many different types of resources required for the project to be completed successfully. The project manager classifies them as HR, material, equipment, and consumable resources. Where can the project manager best document these resources? Option A, resource register. Option B, resource category matrix. Option C, resource breakdown structure. Option D, resource requirements. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option C. Reasoning. Resource breakdown structure categorizes resources by type, like HR or equipment. Other options describe different outputs. Question 6 of 22. While working on a complex web design project, the manager has received a change request from a senior stakeholder to fix a problem with the current intranet server. The project manager has determined that this change is outside the scope of the project and is not covered by the work listed in the project charter. What should the project manager do next? Option A, inform the stakeholder that the change will incur a significant cost and time increase. Option B, inform the stakeholder that this change request should be considered a new project. Option C, pass the change to Change Control Board. Option D, ignore the change request. Lock in your pick before the reveal. Trust the read. The answer is option B. What the exam tests here? The correct answer proves that a change outside the project scope should be treated as a new project. The trap is distractors that imply accepting or processing the change within the current project framework. Question 7 of 22. You are currently working on a large building demolition project. There are many requirements for the potential vendors on the project, and you would like to ensure that they all receive the same information. What is the best tool or technique to ensure all vendors receive the same information about the project? Option A, bidder conference. Option B, scope statement. Option C, requirements documentation. Option D, requirements traceability matrix. Decide on the strongest option before the reveal. Stay with your gut. The answer is option A. Exam logic. The correct answer identifies bidder conference as the tool to ensure consistent information for all potential vendors. The elimination cue is that other options are project documents, not communication techniques for vendors. Question 8 of 22. The project team has been working very hard over the last 4 months to program the financial application and has completed it. The project manager has informed the team that the quality control team will be inspecting it next. What process group best describes what the team has done so far? Option A, executing. Option B, planning. Option C, monitoring and controlling. Option D, closing. Make the call before the reveal. Hold the line on it. The answer is option A. Why it works. The correct answer identifies the executing process group, where deliverables are produced. The elimination cue is that other process groups involve planning, control, or closure, not active work.
Question 9 of 22. While working on a new server upgrade project, the project manager calculates the SPI of the project to be 1.3. The project sponsor would like an explanation for why the SPI is that high. What would be the project manager's best response? Option A. The project is currently on schedule due to the level of details that was covered during the planning processes. Option B. The project team were able to finish the work faster than anticipated, and this is what led to the project being ahead of schedule. Option C. The project had too many critical paths on it. This led to a large delay on the project. Option D. The project contained a lot of work that took more time than anticipated and is now completely behind schedule. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now.
The answer is option B. Key cue. The correct answer proves that an SPI greater than 1 indicates the project is ahead of schedule. The trap is distractors suggesting the project is on schedule or behind schedule. Question 10 of 22. The project manager is having a difficult time keeping the project on plan. There are many changes regarding the project scope, which has led to an increase in the project budget. Management would like a reason why there have been so many scope changes on this project. What would most likely cause many scope changes on a project? Option A, management did not approve the project. Option B, did not gather detailed requirements. Option C, spent too long creating the project schedule and not enough time on the scope. Option D, the project manager does not have enough training. Lock in your pick before the reveal. Trust the read. The answer is option B. Behind the answer. The correct answer identifies poor requirements gathering as the primary cause of scope changes. The elimination cue is that other options are unsupported by the information given in the scenario. Question 11 of 22. The project team is having a very difficult time deciding what method they should use when programming the new functions in the application. They can choose between 4 different methods, and the team is evenly split regarding which method to choose. The project manager has decided that he will choose the method for them and will take the responsibility in case it is not the best way to program functions. What best describes this technique? Option A, autocratic. Option B, multi-criteria decision. Option C, voting. Option D, leadership. Decide on the strongest option before the reveal. Stay with your gut. The answer is option A. Reasoning. The autocratic decision-making technique allows a single individual to make decisions and take full responsibility. This contrasts with team-based approaches like voting, where the group collectively decides. Question 12 of 22. The project sponsor has signed off on the project charter and has spoken to the project manager, who then has to keep the costs down on the project. The project manager agrees to try his best to keep costs down and to finish the project under budget. What should the project manager do next? Option A, meet with the team to determine where money can be saved on the project. Option B, create the WBS. Option C, meet with the stakeholders to gather their requirements. Option D, implement the project cost reduction program. Make the call before the reveal. Hold the line on it. The answer is option C. What the exam tests here. After the project charter, the immediate next step is to gather detailed stakeholder requirements. This information is essential before defining scope, creating the WBS, and developing a realistic cost baseline. Question 13 of 22. One of the customers would like to add a new component to the project that would likely increase the functionality of the software. What steps should the customer take when adding this new component on an agile project? Option A, add it to the product backlog. Option B, changes are not allowed on agile projects. Option C, fill out a change request form. Option D, ask the agile project manager for permission to add it to the product backlog. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option A. Exam logic. In Agile, new features or requirements are submitted as items in the product backlog. They are then prioritized and planned for a future sprint, allowing for flexibility and change. Question 14 of 22. The project manager has decided that most of the stakeholders on the project would like to reference the status reports for the project on the company's internal website on their own time. This would make it easier for them, as it is very difficult to schedule a meeting with all of them at once. What type of communication best describes this? Option A, interactive communication. Option B, pull communication. Option C, push communication. Option D, technical communication. Lock in your pick before the reveal. Trust the read. The answer is option B. Why it works. Pull communication is when stakeholders access information on their own time. Push communication sends information to stakeholders, while interactive communication is real-time. Question 15 of 22. A project manager working in a large multinational corporation has been assigned to upgrade the company's website. This project will require inputs from many functional managers across the organization from different countries. Each functional manager would like one of their representatives to be present on the project team. What would be the best tool or technique for handling this scenario in a cost-effective way? Option A, requesting a meeting with all functional managers in one location. Option B, visiting each functional manager to collect their requirements in person. Option C, using virtual teams. Option D, using co-location. Decide on the strongest option before the reveal. Stay with your gut. The answer is option C. Key cue. Virtual teams are a cost-effective way to collaborate across locations. Co-location is expensive and impractical for this multinational scenario. Question 16 of 22. While working on a large utility project for a major metropolitan area, the project manager has noticed that there is no change control board to approve changes for the project. What would be the best step for the project manager to take in this scenario? Option A, approve the changes himself with the help of the project team. Option B, establish a change control board for the project. Option C, approve the changes himself. Option D, ask the project sponsor to approve or deny the changes. Make the call before the reveal. Hold the line on it. The answer is option B. Behind the answer, the project manager should establish a change control board for a large project. The sponsor's approval is typically reserved for smaller projects. Question 17 of 22. While working on a project, the CEO of the company has informed you that he would like to terminate the project and have you work on a few other projects. What kind of influence does this best represent? Option A, downwards. Option B, outwards. Option C, upwards. Option D, sideways. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option C. Reasoning. Correct answer demonstrates upward influence with senior management. Distractors trap candidates by misapplying directional influence types downwards, sideways, or outwards. Question 18 of 22. While working on an agile project, the project manager met with the project team members to discuss what they did the day before and what they plan to do today. What is the name of this meeting? Option A, daily stand-up meeting. Option B, sprint planning meeting. Option C, sprint review meeting. Option D, project review meeting. Lock in your pick before the reveal. Trust the read. The answer is option A. What the exam tests here. Correct answer identifies the daily stand-up by its 3-question purpose. The trap is distractors for other agile ceremonies, like sprint planning or review. Question 19 of 22. The project team has completed a major deliverable on the game development project. The deliverable was given to the project manager. What action should the project manager take next? Option A, ask the team to review the deliverable. Option B, check the deliverable for quality requirements. Option C, close the project. Option D, get acceptance from the project sponsor. Decide on the strongest option before the reveal. Stay with your gut. The answer is option B. Exam logic. Correct answer shows the immediate next step is quality control verification. The trap is distractors jumping to later steps, like acceptance or closure. Question 20 of 22. The project manager is working on a project for which the scope, time, and cost are known during the early parts of the project planning. What life cycle will the project manager consider on this project? Option A, predictive life cycle. Option B, iterative life cycle. Option C, straightforward life cycle. Option D, PMBOK life cycle. Make the call before the reveal. Hold the line on it. The answer is option A. Why it works. Correct answer identifies the predictive life cycle by its upfront planning nature. Distractors misrepresent other life cycle types, like iterative. Question 21 of 22. The project team has completed a bidder conference for the office renovation project. Over 15 different construction companies came to the conference. Directly after the conference, all the companies submitted their bids immediately. What is the next step the project team should take? Option A, update the scope baseline. Option B, rewrite the statement of work. Option C, update the agreement. Option D, select the seller. Choose the best answer before the reveal. Commit to it now. The answer is option D. Key cue. Correct answer shows the immediate next step is seller selection. Distractors trap candidates by naming procurement inputs instead of outputs. Question 22 of 22. The project team is currently working on a project to upgrade all the servers across the organization. Before they are able to get the financial server, the vendor calls and says the server delivery has been delayed 2 weeks. What documents should the project manager update immediately? Option A, issue log. Option B, change request. Option C, work breakdown structure. Option D, project schedule. Lock in your pick before the reveal. Trust the read. The answer is option A. Behind the answer, issue logs record unresolved problems for tracking. Schedule updates or change requests come later after initial logging.